Hello, my name is Joanne and I will be talking about the Portuguese culture and the cultural variations in relationships. The Portuguese were in Malacca since the year 1511. It is one of the oldest communities in Malaysia. The Portuguese descendants, also known as Eurasians, have strong Dutch heritage. Some descendants speak a distinctive Cristang language, which is an old form of Portuguese. As the Cristang language is not taught in schools, it is nearing extinction in Malaysia. The Portuguese are all Catholics. However, the number of Portuguese Eurasians in Malaysia is very little. Many people do not know of their existence and are always surprised when they get to know them. Today, I am going to interview a Portuguese friend of mine, Andrew Dragon, to investigate their culture, communication, and intercultural relationships.
Hi, I'm Andrew Michael Dragon, and I am Joanne's friend. Yes. So she's going to do a little interview with me in comparison with culture, I think. Yeah.
Who do members of your culture consider to be part of your family?
Well, the extended family is quite close. Loyalty to the family comes before other social relationships, even businesses. Even friends can be considered to be a part of my family, and I think that this can be applied to almost all cultures.
Are family members encouraged to stay in the same house or area as their family after adolescence?
In the Portuguese culture, all family members are allowed to live separately as long as they visit the parents regularly, I guess. Also, we are very close to the extended family, so it is important to always visit them regularly as well.
What are some differences in the roles and responsibilities of specific family members as compared to the Chinese?
I guess Chinese believe that the oldest son has a higher or more responsibilities compared to the other children in the family. However, the Portuguese culture does not believe so. Everyone has equal amount of responsibilities as long as the family stays together or is united as one.
What are the cultural norms and taboos regarding dating and meeting people of the opposite sex?
It is safe to say that there are almost no taboos when it comes to dating the opposite sex.
What is a typical wedding like in the culture?
Well, the typical wedding will be the ones where you see most of the time in the movies. We are very down to earth and not so superstitious or religious when it comes to marriage. There will always be a priest during the wedding where he will first call for the bride and groom to exchange their rings. As the newlywed couple exit the church, family and friends will throw bonbons and flowers. Portuguese weddings are usually limited to close friends and family members.
If divorce occurs, what are the rights of each partner?
If there are children in the family, parents would have equal custody of the children unless one of them is considered to be a hazard to the children.
How do members of the culture view divorce?
In our culture, divorce ain't that big of a deal lah. It happens to most Portuguese families as it is some sort of a norm to us for divorce to happen. If there is no love between the couple anymore, well, it has to happen lah.
What is the general opinion of the culture towards homosexuality?
We have nothing against homosexuality. We do not discriminate them in any way lah.
How are the general perspectives of Portuguese culture the same or different from Chinese regarding gender roles?
Well, traditionally, women are expected to stay at home and take care of the children and also to manage the money for the family, I guess. Where men are the main provider for financial maintenance for the households, whereas women were expected to be naturally good housewives and mothers. Well, I guess the difference between the traditional culture and the modern Portuguese culture is that now we allow the same opportunities for men and women to reach the same level of responsibility in what concerns family, professions, socialism, cultural ethics, economics, and their political views. but I'm not very sure in the differences with the traditional culture for the Chinese families here. So that I got to leave to you.
Well, for Chinese, in some families they are as open-minded as the Portuguese, and opportunities are given equally to both men and women. However, in some families, actually most families,
Yeah.
men are still ones that domi- domi- domi-
Dominate, you mean? Huh? Dominate, right? Dominate!
yes, dominates in every way. For example, some Chinese families still prefer sons more than daughters. If there is only one good opportunity available for their children, they would choose the son over the daughter without thinking twice. Feel free to leave comments below if there are any questions.
This is Andrew Dragon
This is Joanne Chi.
signing out. Bye bye.